with the controller in here. We have a Cobalt and swapping this with another location to take advantage of a few more features. We're at Main Street in Park in Farnham in Bible Hill, just outside of Truro, Nova Scotia. We have this relatively busy location here where there's where we have a railroad crossing and only a single lane to go straight or go left. There's Preemption active here. It's updated their infrastructure, so it's more time-based. So if we have a slow or a fast train coming through, it will react with our cabinet at the same time, no matter what. So I updated the detectors here as well. We're running a time of day plan. And I moved some of these detection zones around. So basically if there's multiple cars that show up, it will call 3 and 8, but if only one shows up, it doesn't need to call 3 and 8, it only needs to call 4 and 8. And then there's different max times depending on what time of day it is. So we got max 1 for your off-peak, max 2 for your peak, 6 to 10 and 2 to 6 kind of thing. And then you have your max 3, which is for weekends, which is kind of like a balance of them all, just because it's relatively balanced from every direction. 2 and 6 for the main. We have a lot of traffic coming from phase 8, which is this direction, but we gotta keep the traffic moving on 2 and 6 the most. So we also have a couple new logic statements set up here as well. So I'm using some call next through logic. I don't want to use call next through for both directions because I don't mind terminating from 3 and 8 and skipping 4, but I always want to get 2. I don't want to skip 2. I probably could just create a vehicle recall, but I prefer using soft recalls for my setups. Just holds side street phases longer if there's no opposing call, so it just kind of makes it a bit more convenient. So I also have another plan here. So if I hit this, I'm gonna get logic flag 1. So we're gonna get a delayed walk. We got a green, and then we got a delayed walk. So what we want to do is there. Now we've gotten it. So what that's done is it's actually called phase 8. So when you get to that island, there's not really anywhere else to go except across the street. So now it's going to bring up the phase 8 head, which is pretty convenient. And it will work in kind of the opposite direction, but the button has to be pressed so it won't keep going back and forth, which I've accidentally, haven't left it, but I've noticed that's happened. If you don't have the button press is basically the kind of the be-all end-all. It's the one that will basically seal the deal. So logic flags 1 and 2 are for going from phase 2, and 3 and 4 are from phase 8. Logic flag 3 comes on in the walk, and then it sets 2 on, shuts 1 off. And then if 2 is on, 1 is off, it will commit and call ped 8. and then it will work in the opposite direction. And then basically, since there's preempt here, if preempt active 1 is on, which is the only preemptor here, all the logic flags are off. I don't want it to really do anything with logic. So one of the other things I did is I set up a new detection zone for that lane where the van is, and if cars get backed up to there, say there's a backup going up this way and the preemption's off, it will set logic flag 5 on. So there's a 10-second delay on that zone. And then basically if 5 is on, but 4 has to be timing phase 4, there'll be another delay, and then it's going to force that phase off, no matter where it is in the cycle. Flag 5 on will also omit the phase 1 left turn because there's nowhere for those people to go. So it will omit the arrow in that sense. It will also omit 4. So as long as that's backed up, 4 will stay red. But in order to ensure that, basically detector 3 and 4, since it's SDLC detection, 3 and 4 are both for phase 4. So either of those can be on with flag 5, and then it will call 6 and 7, which is 3 and 8. So it will force the arrow to come on, so people will have a protected turn, even if no one's there. And then as soon as 5 drops, it goes back to normal operation. At night, these arrows will also be omitted. So basically, obviously that can't really back up at night anyway, but it will, yeah, the phases will just omit. So actually one thing I might even do is go to 9. Logic flag 5 is on, and I'll say if and day plan is 4. Oh. Actually is less than 4. I think that's what it is. Anyway, it's, I don't want, actually, no, sorry. Called it. Oops, didn't mean to call flag 5, but I actually did. So if detection, so basically what I'm going to do is if day plan is 1 or 2 or 3, and detection 8 is on. Where's it been? Oh, sorry. I hit day plan. I meant to hit event plan. Event plan. That's what it is. Event plan is 1. Or event plan is 2. Or event plan is 3. Event plan 2 is on. There you go. Okay. So if 4 is on, it won't do it because those phases are omitted. That's not really going to matter. Yeah. So that's what I wanted. Sorry. Figured it out. We figured it all out together. So 8 is coming on next with a walk. And then you can see 4 is on. Oh yeah, so he hit the button, so it's going to bring up the 2, which is fine. But no one's really stuck in the middle very often. Just kind of more of a convenience thing. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, this location only has the one relay for preemption. We still got a couple loops left for advance. There, it's going to 1 and 6 now. Yeah, that's kind of what's going on here now. Just try to make this location a bit more convenient for people to navigate, just because it's a bit of a busy spot. Yeah, that's about it.